Okay. Okay. Sir, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're out here at DeFost Park, where it appears we've recovered a body. What we know is this: yesterday or last night, around 11 p.m., we were notified of a missing person. Stacy Dramiga, 63-year-old female, had come up missing. Her husband initially became concerned when yesterday evening, she had failed to return. My understanding is that she was a regular. She used to love to come to work, walk the Greenway trails in the morning. Yesterday morning around 10 a.m. was the last time she was seen, and that she was coming out to this area. She was known to frequently walk alone in the parks and felt pretty comfortable doing so, is my understanding. When she didn't return to the evening, her husband and family friends became somewhat concerned. They came out to the area, and at Covington Park, not too far from here, maybe 2 miles up, they found her car. And the car was secured, no obvious signs of foul play in the car. They then notified authorities. We became involved, and between us and San Antonio Park Police, being that that's a county park, this is a city park, began working together. We were able to ping her phone, which was pinging in this general area, but it wasn't giving us a very specific location, but a very general, broad area. This morning, one of our investigators was able to get in contact with her family, who was able to give him an iPad. That was able to give us a more accurate ping on her phone. So utilizing the app on the link, the iPad together with the phone, it pretty much gave us a very tight circle where we were able to go. A search team comprised of Bexar County deputies and San Antonio Park police officers. One of the park police officers was able to find a body in the woods. Now, at this point, it's too early to definitively say that this is Ms. Dramiga, but what we can tell you is that description-wise, it's a pretty close description to what we believe Ms. Dramiga was what she looked like at the time. So unfortunately, at this point, you know, we're continuing to handle this as a homicide investigation. BCSO Homicide is on scene. Our CSI team is on scene, and for the better part of the day, we will have deputies on mounted units or on horseback throughout the Greenway trails, as well as park police officers that are continuing. And what we're doing out here right now is we're looking for any evidence, being that her car was a couple miles away. You know, we don't know if she walked directly from there to the point where we found this body, or if she may have walked further down and then was on her way back to the car. So at this point, we're considering a very big crime scene area that needs to be searched. So people will be seeing us through here on a regular basis, at least throughout the day, probably over the course of the next several days. Of course, I would use this as an opportunity to just remind anybody. The Greenway trails are absolutely safe, right? But you have to, no matter where you are, whether you're in a park, a rural area, or in the middle of the city, you've got to be aware of your surroundings at all times. You've got to make sure that you're notifying somebody of where you're going to be. If you're going to the mall by yourself shopping, it's a good idea to let somebody know, drop a pin on your cell phone, let them know the general area you will be, just on the off chance something does happen to you. We want you to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Now, here's what we would ask. Ms. Dramiga, at the time of her disappearance, my understanding is she was wearing a long sleeve athletic type shirt and multicolored like tights, yoga pant type pants, along with a hat and a scarf. My understanding is that she would typically be completely covered for sun protection as she went on these walks. We're asking that anybody that may have come into contact with her yesterday at any time, or may have passed her on the trail and saw her, please let us know where you were and approximately where she was found, or where you saw her at. Yesterday, a park police officer was mentioning to us that they saw whom they believed to be her talking to another female on the trail. Now, while we don't believe that other female is involved in any way, he described this other female as an African-American female that is also a regular walker out here. The park police officers are familiar with both. We would ask that lady contact us, please, and just let us know what was said. Was there anything? Did she see anybody else on the trails around that time? Because we believe that to be around the last time that she was seen, and this would have been right around that 10 o'clock time frame that she was seen with that person. Again, one of the other things, and this is a slim chance that this may have happened, we know that quite frequently people that are out mountain biking out in these trails or walking in these trails may have a GoPro with them running, at the capturing footage. We would ask if you were out here on Sunday, videotaping any of your activities, even if you don't believe that you saw her, please share that video with us. If you again, it may have captured somebody that may be a suspect in this homicide that we're handling right now. Again, it's a slim chance that it may have happened, but we're putting this out there in hopes that somebody may have captured something. We're asking anybody from the public that may have any light to shed on this case, if this other woman that was a regular walker out here, if she sees this and is able to make contact with us, please, or anybody that wants to share a video or any other additional information. 210-335-6000 is the non-emergency number. You can also email us at bcsotips@bear.org.